Hello, my name's Chris, this is Blue Kraken Gaming, and welcome back to Dyson Sphere Program, where if you are enjoying the series, I would ask that you please consider leaving a like, a comment, or a subscription. Any rule help the channel grow and they help get it out in front of other people, so thank you very much to those of you that do that. Now, if you have not been watching Satisfactory and you're just a Dyson Sphere aficionado, apologies. I messed up the recording when I was doing this and it did not record the voiceover, so I'm currently doing this after the fact, which means I'm having to work on a bit of a memory on what the heck I actually did. Now, one of the bits I have done off camera is I've just set up a couple of other mining nodes to avoid you guys having to sit and basically watch me do things. One of the things we've got set up is here at this black hole. I did manage to just about land. It was horrific because there's two hives here, but we did manage to land on this planet here, and the primary reason I wanted that was the unipolar magnets to try and increase our production of the particle containers, because we were having trouble with strange matter, and particle containers were the hold up there, so I wanted the unipolar magnets. So I have just thrown down the assembly line here to get that under production, and like I say, I've done that off camera because you've seen me do this so many times. They're all blueprinted, so I've just kind of got that there, and it is what it is. Now, this is one of the bits that's going to be a little bit strange with this one, because where I am doing this after the fact, I'm not necessarily going to remember all of my thought processes as I was going through and trying to do them. However, one of the bits that I really wanted to try and get done and get started was trying to get the actual frame of the Dyson Sphere underway. I did not want us to keep using solar cells because they burn out and it's just wasted resources. Now, part of this, we need to try and get the graviton lenses because we need that for the launch silos. So I'm just pilfering all the graviton lenses I can out of here. Which, you know, done what I could, because we don't need any more of that green science. We're actually pretty stacked on that, and these guys are waiting on that strange matter, which is why I wanted to get that done. So I think we're trying to find somewhere we can put down, what is it? Am I coming to double check the strange matter? That's the bit I cannot quite recall. I do love seeing those shots go. Yeah, I don't know why I was checking those rockets. We're not interested in those. Yeah, it's that strange matter. We can see it's out, and it's because we don't have the particle containers. That does hopefully start trying to resolve itself, because we are basically getting some under production, so that we can see we've got 600 coming in there. So that's hopefully going to start sorting itself out and giving us a slightly more stable supply of strange matter, though I'm still not convinced we're making enough. So what we do now is we go and grab the frame materials, the titanium alloys and the quantum chips for trying to make the vertical launch things. I think that's what the vertical launch platforms, whatever they're called, so that we can get some of those made, and then we're going to need to figure out where we are going to basically launch the rockets from. Now, I do want to launch the rockets from Baycrux 1, because it will be closer to where the Dyson Sphere is being made. Not because I think that's like an efficiency thing, I don't think it matters too much, it's just we've got stuff here and we can make use of that. At this point I realise I have also just completely grabbed the wrong thing. We don't need that glass or those sheets, it's these that we need, and I really did not need that many of them, so we do grab a load of them to put back in there, because like I say, we don't need that many. Okay, so yeah, what is it I'm looking for next? I think it is those things, the frame materials, which again we've got a load of, and I grab them out and then have to put a load back, because again we don't need that many on us. Now, one of the bits we do with the steel alloy, or the titanium alloy, I'm pretty sure we just call that in, or do we grab them out of there? Oh, I can't remember. This is where we check the power. Okay. So we're going to head over to Baycrux 2 because I know that's where I'm producing the steel alloy. Yeah, though I think for that we're also needing a bit more, sulfuric acid. So I think I need to try and up the production we've got for sulfuric acid as well, which I haven't done yet. I have been doing a little bit of off-camera work as well after these recordings, but yeah, I've not done anything with that yet. This is where I realise, oh blast, we're still not producing enough of those unipolar magnets. It's helping, they're on their way, but it's not enough of them. And I'm just like short of lots of things, which is bothering me. But I'm straining a lot of the power supplies at the moment, so I can't really push too much further on that. Now the problem I'm doing at the moment is I'm wandering around because I cannot remember where the titanium alloy is made. And I can see we're short on titanium itself there as well, which is just one of these bits. I go straight past it because it's right there, just to your left, if you notice. There's our deuterium fuel rods, which I've got a line set up so we can ship those out, which are all good.
Mineral depleted.
Ooh, interesting shadow flickers there, hadn't noticed that before. And again, I'm still just meandering around because I don't realise where they are. And just checking various bits because we're short on those electromagnetic coils because they are just used everywhere. But again, the hold up I've actually got on that is the motors. I'm struggling to produce enough motors for those. So I think we wind up looking at that at some point. But I just need to get loads of stuff put down at some point. I believe, find the titanium rods in a minute. Yeah, see, we're shy on silicon as well, and that's one of the bits we're going to start working towards. There we go. I found them and realised that that's empty because, well, I grabbed some off the belt. But, yeah, I can't remember why that one is running short, but we are running short on that one, which is an issue.
Mineral depleted.
And I do not like hearing that mineral depleted. I really so dislike it because it makes me very aware that we're running out of stuff. And I think if I were going to play Dyson Sphere again on my own time, I think I would just make the resources infinite because, I mean, I just find it, I find it frustrating that they run out. I'm much more of a satisfactory player where I seem to enjoy and have it sort of going for myself. So at this point I try and store some, but I think in a moment I realise I've got that chain coming straight out going into the other planetary logistics bit. You can see it there on the tier 3 belt. It's actually just running a straight connection, and I think I just grabbed some of that
Replication complete.
instead of making it go again. But again, here you can see we're just shy on that sulfuric acid, so I do need to get that upped. Alright, we grab some more of these. Actually do a clear settings just to grab everything out. And then I put it back on, and it's on. Oh no, I leave it on storage for a bit, don't I? Because we just need loads of that to try and make quite a few of these vertical launch silos. Because I don't want to have like only 2 of them going. That's going to take forever. So we do try and get quite a few going, and then we know we can try and get these carrier rockets going. So I check we're going to get the stuff for a 3-lane assembler, because we will need to put one of those down for it. That is going to be an ongoing thing, because that extraterrestrial dark fog is at that black hole planet, and there are like, I don't know, 18 or so planetary bases there. It's got a lot of rockets. It's very, very rocketed up to defend itself, that particular place. But yeah, it's also covered in, or the areas that I am making use of there are also protected by like the battlefield analysis bases, so it will repair anything that does get damaged. So if anything does get nicked, it will get patched up. But it's basically just there as a remote base to get those unipolar magnets. That's all it's there for. That's all it's worried about. Though I do wonder if we could make a Dyson Sphere around a black hole. That could be interesting to try. Let me know in the comments down below, has anyone actually done a Dyson Sphere around a black hole? Because I do not know if that's if the game would play ball with that, or whether it would even allow that to be done. There we go, there's another silicon run out. We do desperately need to try and get some silicon sorted here. Right, grabbing some more of those constructors or assemblers or whatever they're called, because we are just going to need quite a few of them. Right, checking the shopping list. So we need the planetary bases and the belts. The planetary bases we will grab from over here. There we go, we can grab them out there. In fact, yeah, we've got some built up, which is good. And I realise we've got a chunk of the stuff that we need. The titanium alloy just sat here, so we grab a chunk of that and see how many of these we can make. Which is a good few more.
Insufficient materials.
I think we then put all of that. Not all of it, I think we put some of it back in though. Right, okay.
Upgrade complete.
Cool, so there's more drones that we've got for our construction. And then we come over here and we grab our sorters. Although I still call them pickers, because to me they don't sort anything, they just pick things off of the belt. And I know you guys will say, but they can sort because you can apply a filter to them, but to my mind they're just pickers. They pick things up off the belt, and that's what they do. They get on with it. So where are we going to head now? We're going to head back to... Why are we heading back to Baycrux 2?
Cruise mode.
I don't remember what we're doing for this. I don't remember why we... Oh, that was it. I think I'm very quickly going back here to change the planetary logistics station to have to resupply again instead of just storing. So I think that's what we're up to with that one. But yeah, so just floating back here, and then yeah, we want to get this vertical launch silo done. We want to try and get some of the rockets set up, because like I say, I want to start progressing to the Dyson Sphere, because we're going to need the energy, we're going to need the photons off of it, and you know, it is also the name of the game. So we come into tech because I realise I'm going to need to start getting this stress system done. So I think I just queue them all up, yeah, just to get all of them done, because it uses the same kind of set of cubes. We just need to get it up and running, because that's then going to allow us to have that sphere. So where... This is the bit... Oh yeah, we're trying to find the... And I'm hoping my memory's working better with me. Yeah, there we go. So we set that back to supply. And again, we can see that's just like flooding all over everywhere. Right, cool. So that's got that all straightened out. And then I start just doing a little bit of admin work, giving things that were missing, local drones, the ability to handle that. And then we're going to go back to Baycrux 1 now, so we can actually start setting up our production line to make the rockets, and then we'll put the silos down so that we can, you know, start the sphere frame construction, because that's something we do need to get done. I do like the fact we can get this cruise speed up, but one of the bits I'm also looking forward to is getting the... I mean, it's a really weird thing, because when we get to the final white science cube, it's like we finish the game by just doing a final research, and after that it's like, well, what else are the white science cubes used for? They're used for the repeatables, but if you finish the game, do you need to really be doing the repeatables? Again, let me know in the comment for anyone that's plays this. Have you, or do you, keep playing once you've finished and done the final research, do you just keep building? See how big you can go? Do you set like a sub-objective of can you clear the dark fog out of everything? And I mean everything. Do you try and clear them out of every system? So what I'm doing at the moment is I'm just trying to find somewhere I can lay these down, which we've done. So we are going to fly around, and there you go, you can see the blueprint kind of through the planet. So we're going to go and get that built, and then we're going to start getting our silos down, which I'm looking forward to. So one of the bits we're doing with these, because they're on the blueprints, is we are going to take down the proliferator line and the sprayers, because we're not producing the coal for it, and we're not keeping up with the proliferator fluids. So kind of given up on doing that for a bit. So I do just take them down. Now this is where we start calling in the items that we need. And then it's those, we just bring all of that in. There we go. Give everyone their drones. And I think we do need to try and set up some power in a minute, because this stuff isn't actually on a grid yet, but we do set up the production chains first. I think I realise in a minute I don't actually even need the logistics station there, because we can just feed them straight into the silo. So yeah, I think we take that down now. Yep, there we go. And yeah, we've got things coming in already, which is good. It's kind of nice to see all of that just, you know, flooding in like that. Then we just need to put a couple of power poles in. Et voila. So now we get to start making those rockets. And then we play with the silos, and these guys are big. They're a lot bigger than I thought they were going to be. But that's not a problem. We make use of it, and we just run them out in a line and see how far we can go. Because how many have we got? We've got 21, so we do kind of want to get, you know, 20 of them down.
You've built a vertical silo. It automatically launches small carrier rockets loaded with the Dyson Sphere components to build the nodes and the frames. Before that, you need to access the Dyson Sphere panel and plan its nodes and frames. Each rocket provides one structure point. You can check the structure points required for the Dyson Sphere in the vertical silo panel.
Okay, so yeah, that's where he's telling us we need to start looking and getting the actual Dyson Sphere frame planning set up. Now I've run out of belts, but we are producing them on Baycrux 1, so I just need to go and find where they are and grab some more of them, which shouldn't take too long, because I know they're kind of over in this like mass production area over here. Where are they? Oh yeah, that tickled me. Baycrux 2, I was like, oh, we're going to have to go and sort that. We've got, you know, they're trying to land stuff again. Right, there we go. That's where I spot the belts, so we can just grab some of those. I do opt to just grab a huge number of belts, because we use tier 2s all the time. Tier 3s sometimes are a little bit overkill, so I don't always try and grab tier 3s. But yeah, tier 2s I feel like I use all the time. So we just run these bad boys all the way down. And you may have seen me when we were doing this before, measuring. Yeah, that confuses me out of range. It's because I'm trying to do too long a run. Yeah, you may have seen me measuring to make sure that I can actually just run that all the way along, instead of having them out, because they don't have a square footprint, these things. So yeah, that was an interesting bit. But yeah, we get all of that done, and then we start putting in, or we try and put some, we try and put some on the other side. Yeah, and I run into a problem there because immediately the floor's not level because there's a hole there that you might be able to see. So I think we take that one down. Yeah, and I don't have the foundations to fill it in. We've got the soil pile because we've been killing a lot of dark hive or dark fog. But yeah, I don't have the salt pile. So I try and figure out a different way of doing that. And also chalk that up to doing it later. So now we fill in the pickers so that we can get the rockets into launch silos. Now one of the bits I do with this is I set up all the power lines and everything, but I don't then actually hook the rockets into anything, because I'm pretty sure that what I do is I try and set it up so that they all get turned on at once, and so they can all start effectively firing in unison. This is where we start having a look at the shell, and I will admit I got very lost with this. So it doesn't really give you much, and one of the bits I do, because I think that's trying to basically give us a frame we can draw around, I miss that that's the skin that we actually choose. So from here I basically try and have a play with some of the buttons and get very lost. Right, so come on, get back. And one of the bits I wind up doing here is, instead of actually drawing between nodes, I wind up accidentally picking the bit where I just make nodes. Oh, sorry, hang on. Cat's behind me going spare. Yeah, so we wind up trying to set it up so that these all go off at once. And that non-square footprint actually works in our favour here, because we're able to put in the Tesla towers to put the footprints in between. And then I go LE whoop, connect them all in, they all start grabbing. But they don't know where they're going yet, because I've not even set a shell for them to work with, so I can't even say, oh, do shell 1, because they're going, well, what is it? What are we doing? So I need to have a look and try and get this done, and this is where I then... Oh,
Dyson Sphere stress system.
there we go, and this is where I realise I can put the nodes in.
Dyson Sphere at a higher latitude. Upgrade Dyson Sphere stress system technology.
And doing this, I haven't realised that they've actually already started launching the rockets. I'm just filling this in so that we've got all these points going round. And effectively what I do is I wind up following the major like latitude and longitude lines. So we wind up squaring it around as we build the sphere. But there we go, we've got them starting to come in, and the rockets are launching and away, which is what we want to see. So we've got that off and underway, and now what I do from here is I effectively try and work out, can I hook those in just to try and give us more rockets being put on the loop or on the line, because I realise I'm not filling that single line, but that's fine. We've got a whole nother sets of constructors we can use to feed into it. So I just hook those up, and then we try and put some on the other side of the belt, so we can increase how many we are putting out. There we go. So that puts 8 down, 8 more down for us, and we get all of these guys connected as well. But they are slightly offset so that they're not trying to, you know, grab off the same spot on the belt. That's the plan there, at least. And then we've got to run power for these guys as well. And for these we can do the one every other silo effectively, because they can cover 2 silos each. So there we go. Oh yeah, this is where we start running out of power on this world, where I'm like, wait, what? which really surprised me, but I did not anticipate how
Insufficient materials.
much power those launchers needed at all, in any way, shape or form. So what I start thinking about here is, considering we're now making the Dyson Sphere, we should be generating a good amount more energy from the sphere. Can we make use of the ray collectors to supplement our power grid? Because I notice everything just starts stuttering on power here. Now, the short-term fix for this is we can add more of the deuterium or the microfusion plants off the tower that we're bringing in deuterium, because we've already done this slightly to supplement power on this world. So that's the plan that I have here, that we can just try and put them on, but I've lost track of where they are. So we try and have a quick look around to see if I can find where all those microfusion plants are. And I've spotted them watching back, but I keep skimming past them. There they are. So that's where we need to try and head, and I realise I'm actually like right next to them and can't see the wood for the trees. But there we go, they've got a load of words are escaping me again. Deuterium bits that they can work with. So what we do is we just come around a corner a little bit. No, you're going to rotate those, thank you. There we go. And we bring it round the corner for that line. So we just bring it up, bring it along, and then we can feed these in like so to help with some of the power consumption. Because that's going to help a little bit more. It's not great, it's still kept us way under on our sufficiency, but it's going to help somewhat. We then put some the other side. Again, we've got foundation required there, so we can't do that. And we're just going to, again, feed the ones on this side to try and help a bit more. Again, just to try and have us having a little bit more power. Oh yeah, I did. Okay, so we've got a second row as well, so we can feed back from that as well. Because, you know, we've got tons of... because we're automating these microfusion plants, so we've got lots of them that we can make use of and just throw down. So we may as well get them going. Oh yeah, and I throw down some more geothermals, and I try and get the best percentage point to maximise their production as well. Because it's like, hey, we're shy on power on this world now suddenly, so we need to try and maximise and get as much as we can out of it. So we just try and find a couple of other nice super hotspots that we can make use of. I think we find a 126 there. And then I fluff it and put it on the 121. So we just put that back. There you go, 126, and it needs a power line to hook into the system. But again, that's just going to help somewhat with the power generation, because we're just launching these rockets all over the shop. Yeah, now this is where we do then move on to trying to automate those ray receivers, because I don't want to be making those things by hand. But I know we're going to need to get into all of this to get the antimatter, so that we can get the artificial stars under production, because that's going to be that's basically our end game power production. So yeah, we add on the ionosphere and basically the prerequisite bits we need to get the artificial stars and whatnot. And I go, ooh, shiny big bomb thing, but we don't need the antimatter capsules. We don't need photon torpedoes. So again, that's now just launching. It's kind of nice that we're getting to the point where I can kind of see the end. The end feels like it's almost in sight. I then realise that, again, the blueprint is not set up for that bottom row to actually be... Oh no, I don't realise that. I've realised it since then, and watching it back, that the bottom row is not actually using all 3 lines because one of the outputs doesn't have its filter turned on. But, you know, it's kind of nice seeing these rockets go off. We've got 4 more left to do, so I figure out where we can throw down those last 4 silos. But we do it by going just around a corner. Because I'd rather have them going, even if they're not in a nice neat line, because, you know, it's 4 more we can get launched. So why would I not? So again, we just get all of this laid down. We're absolutely producing the rockets for it. Just got to wait for that piece to be built. There we go. Cool. And then again, we are... Oh yeah, I'm out of iron at this point. So I have to go and find an iron node to basically let me make more of those power things. Because that's been a never-ending issue, is it? I've never automated those things. Because I know we need lots of them, but I feel like having them in a way where we can try and then just call them in from orbital bits is just not... I don't feel it's worth it. But anywho. There we go, there's our last 4 down, and we're now just throwing rockets out at the Dyson Sphere, trying to get it built. And like I say, I have been doing some off-camera work after this, just tinkering, and so this has continued to develop, both after this and Monday's episode. So you will see some stuff happening between... well, you'll see some stuff on Monday's episode that we continue to develop, but also, by the time you see next Friday's episode, so a week today, even more would have happened. So yeah, that's hopefully fun for you. But like I say, it's kind of nice to see that I can see the end almost. But this is where I've got the rockets down, so this is where we end this episode. So as usual, likes, comments, subscriptions, they will help the channel grow, they help get it out in front of other people, so thank you very much to those of you that do that. Thank you very much to my YouTube channel members, your support is very much appreciated. Please don't forget that as a supporter you do get access to the save files for any of the open world games I'm currently playing, along with the blueprints for them. You also gain early access to the videos when I don't mess up the recordings. But other than that, thank you all very much for joining me today. I hope you have a great day, and I will catch you all next time.